You're here because you know it could happen. The day when everything we take for granted is suddenly stripped away. 1 minute, we're all connected, plugged into the grid. The next, silence. Imagine the world going dark in an instant, the hum of electricity vanishing, leaving us in a void of uncertainty. An EMP, a solar flare, whatever the cause, the result is the same. We're thrust back into the dark ages. No more lights, no more internet, no more modern conveniences. Just the raw, unfiltered reality of survival. The world as we know it, gone. The bustling cities, the constant connectivity, all reduced to memories. Streets once filled with life now eerily silent, a ghost town in the making. But this video isn't about fear, it's about survival. It's about finding the strength within ourselves to face the unimaginable. It's about hope, resilience, and the human spirit's unyielding will to endure. About facing the unknown with grit and determination. When the world crumbles, it's our resolve that will see us through. Every challenge, every obstacle, is a test of our fortitude. Over the next few minutes, we're going to delve into the 10 things you should never do in the chaotic aftermath of a catastrophic EMP attack. These insights are crucial, not just for survival, but for thriving in the face of adversity. These aren't your everyday survival tips. These are lessons forged in the crucible of crisis, born from the experiences of those who have faced the worst and lived to tell the tale. These are the hard truths, the harsh realities that could mean the difference between life and death when the world is plunged into chaos. It's about making the right choices when every decision counts. Remember, the wild is always unpredictable, but after an EMP, it becomes even more unforgiving. Nature's wrath combined with human desperation creates a volatile mix. We need to be prepared, mentally and physically, for the challenges that lie ahead. Let's get started. Together, we'll navigate this new reality, armed with knowledge and the will to survive. The world has changed. Don't let the initial shock lull you into a false sense of security. Those first few days, even weeks, will be rife with desperation. People will be scared, disoriented, and looking for someone, anyone, to lead them to safety. But remember, desperation breeds vulnerability, and vulnerability attracts predators. Those seemingly friendly faces offering help might just be wolves in sheep's clothing, waiting to exploit your weakness. Stick with your trusted group, your family, those you know have your back. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. The bright lights of the city, once beacons of progress and opportunity, will quickly transform into traps. Dense populations, dwindling resources, and rising panic will turn these urban centers into breeding grounds for violence and despair. Imagine millions crammed into concrete jungles, starved for food, water, and any semblance of order. It's a recipe for disaster. Your best bet? Head for the hills, literally. Seek refuge in rural areas, remote locations, places where resources are more abundant and the competition for survival is less fierce. Remember, in this new world, isolation is your ally. Fire. It's a primal force that has been both a friend and a foe to humanity since the dawn of time. It's the cornerstone of survival, providing warmth, light, and the means to cook. In the wilderness, a campfire can be a lifesaver, offering comfort and security in the dark. But in the aftermath of an EMP, it can also be your downfall. The very thing that keeps you alive can turn against you in an instant. A roaring fire at night might seem comforting, but it's also a beacon, drawing unwanted attention from miles around. In a world where technology has failed, the glow of a fire can be seen from great distances. Think of it as a giant neon sign that screams, "Here I am, come and get me." The light and smoke can attract not just friendly faces, but also those with ill intentions. And it's not just about attracting the wrong kind of company. The dangers are multifaceted. Uncontrolled flames can quickly spread, turning your safe haven into an inferno. A small spark can ignite a wildfire, consuming everything in its path. Use fire sparingly with extreme caution. Always be aware of your surroundings and the potential risks. When you do need it, keep it small, contained, and hidden from prying eyes. A well-managed fire can be your ally, but only if you respect its power and unpredictability. In the delicate balance of survival, fire is both a tool and a threat. Food feast or famine. The refrigerators are silent, their contents slowly rotting. Supermarkets are ransacked, their shelves bare. Food, the most basic human need, will become a luxury. Those juicy steaks in your freezer? Gone. Those fresh fruits and vegetables? A distant memory. You need to adapt, to shift your mindset from abundance to scarcity. Prioritize non-perishable foods, canned goods, dried meats, rice, beans, and remember, always inspect your food carefully. In a world without refrigeration, food poisoning can be a death sentence. Waste not, want not, the art of resourcefulness. Every drop of water, every scrap of food, every last matchstick, these become precious commodities. Remember those times you left the lights on, let the water run, or tossed out perfectly good food? Those days are over. You need to become a master of resource management. Learn to ration, to improvise, to make do with less. A leaky faucet can be repaired, rainwater can be collected, and even scraps of fabric can be repurposed. Remember, in a world on its knees, resourcefulness is the ultimate survival skill. Technology's demise, embracing the low-tech life. That smartphone in your pocket, a useless brick. Your laptop, nothing more than a fancy cutting board. The digital age has come to a screeching halt. Forget about GPS, the internet, or even a reliable radio signal. You need to reconnect with the old ways, the skills that sustained humanity for centuries before the advent of technology. Learn to navigate by the stars, build a fire without a lighter, and find your way in the wilderness without the aid of a map. Embrace the low-tech life. It might just save you. Hygiene, the silent killer. In the chaos of a post-EMP world, it's easy to let hygiene slide, but neglecting cleanliness can have deadly consequences. Without proper sanitation, diseases will spread like wildfire through densely populated areas. A simple cut, if infected, can quickly turn fatal. Maintain personal hygiene. Wash your hands regularly, purify your water, and dispose of waste properly. Remember, in a world without modern medicine, preventing illness is far more effective than trying to cure it. The physical challenges of survival are undeniable, but it's the mental battle that will truly test your limits. Fear, isolation, despair, these emotions can cripple you just as effectively as any physical injury. You need to cultivate mental resilience, maintain a routine, engage in physical activity, find solace in nature, and connect with others. Remember, hope is a powerful weapon. In a world turned upside down, your home, however humble, becomes your sanctuary. It's your shelter from the storm, your safe haven from the chaos that reigns outside. Don't be tempted to wander aimlessly. Every foray outside your door increases your risk of encountering danger. Only venture out for essential supplies or to gather information. Plan your outings meticulously, travel light, and always be prepared for the unexpected. Remember, in this new world, there's no place like home. Forget about the convenience of supermarkets and fast food chains. Your survival now depends on your ability to procure sustenance from the land. Learn to identify edible plants, set traps for small game, and fish in nearby rivers and streams. A varied diet is crucial for maintaining your health and strength. Remember, in a world without grocery stores, nature becomes your supermarket. So there you have it. 10 crucial things you should never do after a catastrophic EMP. These tips are not just theoretical, they are based on real-life scenarios and expert advice. Remember, surviving in this new world demands adaptability, resilience, and a healthy dose of grit. It's not just about having the right tools, but also the right mindset. We've covered a lot of ground, but this is just the beginning. The journey to becoming fully prepared is ongoing and requires constant learning and practice. The more you know, the better prepared you'll be when the lights go out. Knowledge is your most powerful weapon in a world where technology has failed. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more essential survival tips, and share this video with your loved ones. Your support helps us bring you more valuable content. Now I want to hear from you. Your experiences and insights are invaluable to our community. What are your thoughts on surviving an EMP? Have you ever faced a situation where you had to rely on your survival skills? What are your own personal survival strategies? Do you have any unique tips or tricks that have worked for you? Share your insights, tips, and experiences in the comments below. Your knowledge could be the key to someone else's survival. Let's learn from each other and face the unknown together. In times of crisis, community and shared knowledge can make all the difference.